Similar to last week, we have no agenda this week. So if anybody has stuff they'd like to chat about, feel free to throw it on the agenda or just jump in. Sajay, since we don't have anything else to chat about today, let's talk about it. What do you want to say?
I guess it's more like there was a question about writing up the blog for 1.1, right? So we can maybe follow up on Thursday if that helps, so that everybody is there.
Yeah, it was on my to-do list and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. If other people want to do it, I'm more than happy to delegate.
No, if you've already started, awesome. I think last time Josh did one for an RC, which is kind of short. It didn't. I mean, there's no way you can cover the entire spec in that blog post, but at least um, having some. Okay, this will happen in the next 4 weeks or 5 weeks or something like that. Will give some answer a few questions as to whether it's happening. That's the only thing I was kind of looking for. Yeah, more than happy to help review or.
Yeah, it has definitely been on the to-do list. As soon as we made the release, Amy was like, "Hey, are you going to make a blog post?" And I said, "I think we all need beer or pass outs or something like at this point, just trying to get the 1.1 spec out."
Totally. I hear you.
Yeah, the stuff I did was the easy copy and paste stuff, and so there's a release notes PR that normally would go out, and so I sent that one up, and apparently myself and Chris were doing the exact same thing at the same time, so that went out. But yeah, the blog post still needed. And
The
I haven't.
last release was 1.1.02, right, for image spec. So it's been quite some time on image spec since any release happened. So I don't know. Maybe you can just try to go through the commit history and see if anything major that we want to call out comes in.
Yeah, I'm sure the subject field is going to be a big one that we want to call out, but there's other things like the artifact type and whatnot that need to get in there as well. So
yeah. Was there anything else major in since 1.02 besides that? I mean, we made media type required as a patch release in 1.2. But besides that,
some of the empty JSON
yeah, the
descriptor,
descriptors, yeah, an expansion to the descriptor also, right? So
yeah,
that hasn't happened.
the data type, data field.
Yeah.
So it would take a bit to do a big diff on the whole thing,
Okay.
and distribution even more so.
Yeah.
Are you thinking two separate blogs, or
No,
would you like to merge?
I think one is better. Otherwise, people have to think of it as two. The scenarios are important, but I don't know whether we want to focus on that or what's your pivot here? Like, are you going with since the working group XYZ, or this is where we are since the last release for each one of these, or like a mix of both? What Steve, I think Stephen Day, what he was talking about was if he can include what's the high level things that this addresses, right? That might be a good summary on the top, like, hey, we're enabling a bunch of these supply chain thingies, and these are the things that happen in distribution, and image might be a good storytelling for a blog. I don't know. I'm just throwing out thoughts there.
My assumption is that the audiences are going to be people that would not normally read the full spec, but just want to have an idea what happened. And so try to keep it at least somewhat higher toward the user level of here's the value add of what we've been doing. So use cases, things like that.
Yeah, totally makes sense.
All right. So I have not done anything on that blog post. So if you wanted to jump in and start taking a swing at it, you're more than welcome to. But otherwise, it's on my list. I've got an open tab that has not been closed to just to remind me that it's something I need to work on.
Yeah, no, there's no hurry. And if you whenever you get time, you kind of like noodle it down. More than happy to kind of like keep an eye on and then walk with you rather than lead.
Sounds good. All right, so that's what's new in general OCI land. Anybody want to chat about Auth stuff? Does anybody have Auth stuff to chat about? Otherwise, we can make this another quick meeting. You might want their extra 50 minutes back. Going once, going twice. Sold.
All right.
Yeah, we'll circle back and chat on Thursday about stuff.
Sure.
And yeah, enjoy the rest of the week.
Thanks, Bob. Bye.
Thanks all.